Hi Aries, the Awakened Dreamer here to give you your mid-month money and career tarot reading for the month of July 2022. Thank you so much for joining me. Do keep in mind this is general, so just take what resonates. But as well, I do want to thank you in advance for your likes, comments, and of course subscriptions to the channel if you haven't done so already. We're going to keep it simple and jump right into it and pull from the Tarot of Dreams deck. Let's see what we get for you. On the path to greatness is what I'm hearing for Aries. Okay, we have Hermit and the Hanging Man. I feel like some of which drawn to this reading need a reminder or an adjustment in perspective that you're on your way to achieve greatness, or that something's meant to be successful that you've been working on. I do feel like you could be someone who, through tarot readings or something of the sort, reminds people of what they're worth, or helps them adjust their perspective, a bit of counseling potentially. And I feel like there's a good amount of alone time taking place in the second half of the month for you, whether that's within your sanctuary at home, or it could even be more so you feeling very individualistic in your own energy to oneself within your own bubble at work, okay? Or when you're running your business. It just feels like even if you're surrounded by a lot of people in the second half of the month, you're keeping to yourself and making good money all the meanwhile. I'm hearing could be better and will more so moving forward, but it's the second half of the month where you're realizing or remembering that things could be a lot worse and they're going to gradually improve and increase moving forward. That's the way it's meant to be. The Seven of Coins. And so there's moments in the second half of the month where you're simply not in the mood, but you do what you got to do, okay? Oh, sorry, that's the Six of Coins. I saw it as the Seven of Coins for a reason, but I feel like there's abundance flowing in because you're staying focused, because you're staying busy, because you're doing what you have to do. But don't be afraid to rest, as I do feel like there's certain emotions that need to teach you something in the remainder of July. There's a situation where you're feeling very bold, very fiery, very confident, whether that's at home, being in financial investment, or it could be at work. But I feel like or when you're running your business, it could feel a bit chaotic, a bit competitive for some. I do feel like you need to remember what you're made out of, okay? Let's keep shuffling and see what else we get. I do get a very depleted vibe from your energy, but willing to continuously put in the effort when need be. We have the Nine of Wands coming out. Yeah, so to reconfirm the depleted message I was getting, I feel like you're a little bit defensive at certain points, or planning to, or expecting to have to be. Needing to change your perspective on what you're dealing with at hand. There could be certain reminders for some of you Aries drawn to this reading that a situation isn't healthy for your future. So a need to prepare for or continue to cut something out when the time is right for you. There's also a need to a push from spirit to adjust your perspective, your perspective on what you're spending your money on, okay? But I do feel like you're thinking about investing in a new place of residence. It could be thinking about getting a new job, but I do feel like the wheel is turning for you regardless, and money is proving to you as it flows in that you know what you're doing, okay? I feel like people want to gift you, donate to your channel if you have one, or just to see you succeed in one way, shape, or form. Thinking about or preparing for a tower moment could even be pushed to think back to certain endings from the past and how that led you to where you're meant to be. The Seven of Cups, and I really feel like you're reminded that, bear with me, that you have a lot of options, okay? With whatever it is you feel the need to replace or move towards, you have a lot of options. But it's also coming through as a lot of browsing online for shopping in stores, but also just a lot to accomplish. You're golden in whatever you decide to move towards, okay? But I just feel like You need to remember that you can just manifest it if you so choose. But I really feel like there's a need for fresh energy. You could be dealing with some very immature vibes in the second half of the month, having 2 pages on either side of the spread. But I really feel like people are seeing you as somebody who's depleted, overworked, and requiring or just desiring an ending, new beginning. But I feel like there's a big decision for you to make moving forward, and it's going to change the course of things for you, at least slightly, to the point where you're either being rerouted to the path to greatness or just to better enhance or improve the path that you're already on, okay? There's a need to keep the faith alive in the second half of the month as people see you as somebody who achieves what they set their mind to because you're such a hard worker, okay? Your worth to a company or to other people will be quite reminded in the second half of the month. And I do feel like there's just part of you that expects the worst. And you could also find that people around you are feeling that way. And there's just a focus on your wish fulfillment, right? What wish do you have for your money, for your career? If you could pick a perfect spot to live or a perfect job to work or perfect level of success you'd like to achieve for your business, they're trying to put you in the mindset in the second half of the month to manifest just that. And why settle for just one of which? Because some of you drawn to this reading have more than one wish or goal that you want to fulfill. So make it happen, okay? There's a motivated vibe about you, but then not 100% trusting the process or knowing that you can achieve what you have your mind set on. But other people see you as somebody who will achieve whatever you move towards, right? Or whatever you have your eyes set on. Once again, so believe in oneself is the message coming through, because I feel like there's a reminder with the Six of Cups that you're being gifted or given money for a reason, and not to let the past hold you back, right? Your future is much brighter. And I feel like there's just a level of feistiness you might be dealing with that makes you a bit frustrated at times. I get it, but I do feel like you need to have patience in the midst of all of which. And again, trust the path you're heading down or being rerouted towards, as you're being noticed in a lot of ways, okay? Noticed in a lot of ways. And I just feel like there's some healing that needs to take place before a new beginning, or some improvements, some changes in one way, shape, or form. The Four of Cups, yeah, you're not in the mood, but there's also a reminder what's not right for you in the long run. Who you're becoming is purposeful is now what I'm getting. And I just feel like in the midst of all of the options that you have for change moving forward to better one's situation, your path, do remember that not everything is going to lead you in the right direction. Okay, trust your intuition as we heighten it at certain points. Completion leads to happiness, don't forget that. As I do feel like you, in a very feisty way at times, just want to move forward. But again, expecting the worst. And I need to recognize that you are one shining star in your own bold way. And the leader within you may not want to come out at certain points, and other points in the second half of the month, it will, okay? But I just feel like there's a focus on what's feeling heavy at this time and what needs to be released to better your future, period. All right, a wish fulfillment to be taken focus. Horrible wording, but you get the point. The fruits of your labor coming into play as well. When you're ultra happy at one point in the second half of the month or multiple, take notice as to what or who's affected you in that manner. And I feel like making money has something to do with it for a select few. But the Eight of Cups coming out talking about you needing to simply do what's right for you, to move towards the better, the bigger, and recognize that nothing and nobody can hold an Aries back, okay? To recognize where you're invested and where you're not, okay? And how to how to best utilize your resources, your time, your efforts, even money to be invested, to see one's future as bright as possible. The possibilities are endless for you at this time, but some change is in the air and needs to take place moving forward for you to experience all that you're meant to. To give birth to something new is essential. And I really feel like you need to balance out the Emperor and the Empress side of you at this time and recognize that some planning needs to take place, but overthinking does not. Okay, and to expect the best once again as your future unravels before your very eyes. It's time for you to upgrade, to show people what you're made out of, or to continue to do so, and simply shine like the star you are. All right. So I hope this reading was truly helpful. Don't forget to like, comment, and of course subscribe if you haven't done so already. Sending you so much love and light. Go have yourself an amazing rest of the month, and I'll see you next time. Bye, Aries.